Ferry to start the trail again after a day and a half in Bonner's Ferry. Missy and Jeremy just dropped us off back up the trailhead. Big ups to them, thank you, you're awesome. Us hikers couldn't do it without people like you making life a little bit easier at times, so thanks for the magic. So we've got about 20 k's to where the trail starts and then 4 miles / 6.5, 7 k's up to where we're going to camp tonight with a wee alternate up Long Canyon.
We're about to start section 3. Should be a tough one. We've got about a week or so to get to Meadowland Falls and yeah, it should be good. It looks like the weather's heating up again, so it's going to be hot and dry up top. We've got all our stuff sorted at the Mount Hall Elementary School in the shade of their trees. So we're good to go.
We're not making fantastic progress because we keep stopping. Stop for a drink at PNT Farm.
Everybody couldn't make a wrong turn. You waver and slip and you get burned. But I'm here, so don't you worry, cause you know I'll be there in a hurry.
Here we go. Filter on the go. After 20.6 kilometres of road walk, I think we've found the trail. 6 PM. Let's see if we can find a campsite now.
So we are taking an unofficial alt. The official track goes up Parker Ridge, which is very steep and very dry and very burned. So this is called Long Canyon Creek. Adds about 11 kilometres to our overall total today and tomorrow. But with such heavy packs, 7 days worth of food, we really don't want to carry extra kilos of water. Okay, it's 8:30. We've got to our campsite, which was 7.6 k's from the road end. The Long Canyon Creek is right beside us, so we've got water. Might even have a little wash. A few mosquitoes around, but not too bad. It's getting quite dark because even though it's only 8:30 here, it's actually the equivalent of 9:30 in Montana. We're racing daylight a bit tonight. Still got to have dinner. Here is our good little camp spot beside Long Canyon Creek. We've got 15 kilometres to get back onto the PNT. Just steadily going up this creek and then a steep up to get up onto the ridge to run the trail. And then 5 more miles to Bull Lakes where we're camping. This is the Idaho spud, the candy bar that makes Idaho famous. When in Idaho, eat spuds. The whistling noises that we can over here, and we whistle. The pika, little critters.
We're back on the PNT. 24 hours detour. I think it was a good detour. Got a bit tedious by the end. It was like zigzagging like being on a treadmill, going across but never going up.
What's that k's to our campsite?
We got a bit of up and down in our 8 k's, but that's okay. We love up and down.
Matthew has technical difficulties with his shoes.
Hello.
He must be a real thru hiker.
Oh, this is actually the good shoe.
We're on the last leg on the way to Bull Lakes.
Racing the rain.
Yeah, 3 k's to go. Pyramid Lake, where we're not staying. We're going to Bull Lakes, never mind.
Well, the time is 7:35. We've made it to Lower Bull Lakes. Upper Bull Lake was occupied. Plenty of options here.
We've got a very good campsite, tent set up. We won't be using the fire, but it does make a good filter. Yeah, I'm going to start cooking dinner in a minute. All the food's in the air sack. Got to change out of my boots, which is always a good moment. There's even a seat with a back, so Matthew will be happy about that. Look at this for luxury. It is the Stone Age, but still, it's got a back.
This needs some sun.
Okay, we've woken to a bit of an issue in that we're sleeping in a massive puddle. We can't go anywhere because it's raining and it's the bushwhack day. This is where we were camped last night. So when we woke up, we essentially had a water bed. So all the water ran down to this nice flat spot. So, as you can see, not ideal for camping. So my pack was lying down in the corner sideways to block the wind in it, so it's soaking. We've shifted the tent sideways, so now we've got a spot and we've made some drains, and now we're going to get back inside and decide what we're actually going to do. we've decided to make a go at the bushwhack, even though we probably won't get away from here until about 11. But otherwise we lose a day and just sit around here being miserable. Okay, we've got up onto the ridge above the lake, and now we've got about 1 kilometre along to try and find some cairn. A little bit open, so it's not too bad yet. The rain is coming and going. It looks like the clouds are lifting actually, might be alright. Got to go along to that rocky bit down there I think. But we're making our way along to where we drop into the creek. That's where we've come along that big face.
Wow, stage 1 of today's bushwhack is complete. We've made it to the cairn, we've just found it. A little bit of umming and ahhing, but far out was spot on.
The first little bit we've been following a pretty good trail actually, and people have marked it with cairns. A bit like tramping in New Zealand really, except there'd be a couple of orange poles.
Progress report is good. We've got about 600 metres to get to our first waypoint down in the gully.
Which is pretty good, and this is pretty good going really. It's reasonably open.
Nothing to complain about at all.
Yet. We've found game trails, we're heading for the stream and then we follow the stream down, just zigzagging, bush bashing through that. We're getting there, done 2 miles out of 5 or 6. We're making okay progress, we've done about 0.7 of a mile in just over half an hour. Matthew is kind of following a bit of a trail, mostly animal trails. When we find one we make good progress. Under 3 miles to go. We're in the last mile before we hit the trail again, about 6.5 hours. Well, having survived the Lion's Head, we're currently kind of lost on our way to the camping. The trail's very, very hard to follow. After 7 hours, we have made it. We've knocked the Lion Creek bushwhack off, 6 miles / 10 k's of off trails. We're at Kent Creek campground with an awful lot of wet gear to dry out from our misadventure camping in the puddle, and also just 7 hours going through wet bushes and a bit of rain. The worst bit was actually the last mile.
We didn't really know what to expect and really struggled to find a way down.
When we should have been on a trail. Lots of sections were, apart from having to find the trail ourselves, were like tramping in New Zealand. That sort of standard trail. This is Kent Creek campsite beside the Lion Creek. We've got a lot of washing that's not drying, but it's a good spot and we didn't wake up in a big puddle.
So it was a good start to the day.
Matthew is doing the housework this morning. Our plastic bag tent is awesome, but it does have the tendency for condensation on the inside. Little creek that we followed from its very start yesterday, and we're actually going to follow it from its end into the lake. Oh, we're back on a road. Easy walking. So we're not strictly on the PNT right now, are we?
We don't have to tell the people that, or may have just missed the turn off.
Yeah, accidentally on purpose.
And we're not going back for it.
No. It's still continuous steps to the Pacific Ocean. There's a wee road that goes through to a forest park headquarters. Saves us going up and over a mountain. There's a shop apparently that sells ice creams.
And we're hoping for sausages.
Matthew has decided that the miracle shop might sell sausages.
Sure.
Let's go. 3 miles to the sausages. Even Matthew has gone for the pack drying laundry method today. I often do it, but he doesn't.
Bring on the ice creams. Well, good news and bad news. We've got ice creams, plenty of ice creams, but no sausages.
Some of us are not surprised about the lack of sausages. Worth giving up going up a mountain for?
I think so.
We're at Cosley Lake. Oh, it's lunchtime. All our washing hanging out to dry, so that will be good. Matthew did some internet shopping. He's got new shoes coming to Republic. This is why Matthew needs new shoes.
See the surgery?
Yes, he's done
Look at
quite
that.
well.
This one here, he's particularly good.
Yeah, they survived Lion Creek.
They've just got another 100 miles or so to go to get to Republic.
Now we've got a couple of hours, 8.5 k's through to Upper Priest Lake, which is non-motorised up there, just you can only paddle and walk in. So we're going to walk in and camp up there and hopefully have a swim and a bit of a relax.
Oh, we found a trail marker. They're few and far between in Idaho.
We've noticed in Idaho we haven't seen a single PNT marker, any kind of track marker or track signage. You're enjoying having wet feet, are you?
Oh, wet feet, but it's warm. The water's warm. It's beautiful. And it's 300 miles on the PNT. 300 of our 1200 to the seaside.
1/4 done. You just got attacked by a snake, didn't you, Matthew?
I don't like them.
Here's the snake that attacked him. A little tiny snake. It did kind of bite at his pole. We are at Upper Priest Lake, the camping ground where we want to camp with tables and beer boxes and privies. It's very, very full. But we've walked along the beach and found this good spot. And then just there, we've got our own little private beach. Got our line up, because the sleeping bag got wet because of condensation last night, plus all the wet stuff that we're still trying to dry or air out. This is Matthew's sock tree, where he's drying, looks like all the pairs of socks he owns. We have our cunning water filter system, using this hook that we found at Boulder Lake campground. What have we got for dinner tonight?
Louisiana red beans and rice.